Now, the best settings to work that really works for me is actually let's go to the simulation tab and the container itself. Let's go ahead and click the emitter tab. And this is what best works for me. For the velocity, weight, I have 3. Normal force, I have 5. And directional force, I have 0 and 5%. 5 centimeters over there. Pressure is 4, 5, 2, 5, 3. And 1 centimeter here. Let's take a look at my settings. And the simulation tab, I have this. I'm going to take my time and scroll down for you to copy it, or you could just go back and check it out. 0.1 for the vorticity. Okay, so you might want to expand your timeline. Now, if you have a problem with the emitter emitting the opposite way, because right now it's actually emitting down. When we press play, it's emitting down, right? So if you have a problem with the emitter emitting inside, because what happens is if you actually turn this the opposite way, like so, and this is all the way up, the emitter is all the way up here, then it will emit the opposite way. See? So you got to make sure it's in the right orientation, right? So we're going to actually undo that. So make sure we have the right orientation there. So right there is what we have, the simple blast off, right? Now, in order to continue this, see right now the timing is at from 0 to 200. If we go to our container, let's take a look at where we have our simulation itself. We have the emitter. Let's take a look. You have to actually expand the actual time of the emitter cycles, right? So we're looking at the time scale. So it starts emitting from 0 to 200. You can always change that to emit a little bit later. You could animate the keyframes, like say for instance you wanted to go like slower there, then it stops, then it goes all the way up like how I have it. You could just keyframe it that way. You could keyframe it to actually keeps going for the flames to keep going. Just gotta extend the actual keyframes and change a certain things in here. I'm kind of new to this part of this, but I think it's a great plugin, and I'm actually learning a lot by using this plugin every day. So I'm gonna continue posting new tutorials on this plugin. Now, to see, we have it like this on the camera, have it right here. So we're gonna actually zoom in to right here itself, right? If you're not familiar with how the camera works, you just go ahead and click a camera. We're gonna actually keyframe that here, and then say at frame it does that, and it goes down. And if you want to follow it, let's place another keyframe here, and at frame 90, I probably would just make sure I have the automatic keyframe selected, and I'll just drag it up to like right here. So let's see what we have. Simple as that, right? Now you could have, as I said, have it continue emitting. I messed around with the settings and the timing of the actual emitter for the fire itself. In the emitter section tab, just change the timing of it, and you should be fine. So now to actually light the scene, all I did was I actually added a sky, and I actually went to Window Content Browser, and I actually searched for HDRI, and I actually choose an HDRI image that I liked, something like Cloudy Park or anything that you desire. And now we have that shown. We don't really want that, so I actually went and I went to composite, and I actually turned it off, seen by camera. And now we have this. So you could actually put in also Window Content Browser, and you could search for 3-point lighting. So 3-point, and it shows up. And all you have to do is actually rotate it to where you actually want it to be seen, the light angle, and press Control R. And you have that. or the window itself is not actually showing. You might have to turn on global illumination. So right now, let's turn on ambient occlusion. We could put global illumination on, but for the sake of this tutorial and the time, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to actually mess around with it and have fun with it. You can use this technique for anything you want. It's actually pretty cool. It's dope. You could have multiple rockets going off. You could create a space shuttle flying off into space. You could do a lot of things with this simple yet effective technique. So I hope you like it. I want you guys to like and subscribe. The more you like and subscribe, the more it motivates me to put more stuff out there. Thanks a lot for listening, and go ahead and play around with Turbulence FD. And I see you soon on the next tutorial.